Let's get into some more bullshit. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, took on Taya Valkyrie, and boy, did this match blow up. I was just on fucking Twitter today, and god damn, are people going hard. Taya, unfortunately, is like, man, I woke up and people are calling me a fat bitch and saying I'm old and fucking yeah. She's like, this is fucking. She's like, I wish no one has had to go through this. Now, all I'm saying is that Cody Rhodes did an interview with Chris Van Vliet. I think I mentioned it earlier, and he says, "Yo, we can't get good if we're not doing this every day." And at AEW, he's like, I watched the best in the world. They weren't doing this shit you got to do it a couple times a week. You can't do it once or twice a month. Britt Baker wrestles like once a month, once every 2 months. Do you know what I mean? So Taya is on Collision, Rampage, Dynamite. I've seen her on every fucking show every week, and she does MLW, and she's busy body, and she's a great worker.
Yeah.
And you could see her doing Britt Baker shit in a first-time matchup. Why the fuck? Now, I'm not putting any of this on Taya, but maybe if Britt was more active, this would have been a better match. I don't put any of this on Taya, like whatsoever. And you could even see with the Road to Valkyrie or whatever the fuck, Road to I forget what they call them. So sorry. There's so many moves, so many names. Yeah. But Valkyrie did her move, the biggest botch of it, where you could really see Taya Valkyrie's face is like, motherfucker. But like you could see like Britt's legs weren't even high enough on her hips or anything. Like it was all Britt. You could just see she's doing her spin around. She's hitting the ropes going like slow as fuck. No fucking force behind it. And it just seemed like she's just lackadaisical in there.
Trash.
And Taya's in there every week having solid matches with people. I'm not, her work's good. And like, so I'm not saying she's like the next coming of Charlotte Flair, but Taya's been good for years and years, and she's a vet. And fuck those trolls being like, you're fucking out of shape and old and fat. First off, like I don't think it's cool to like, yeah, exactly. And I just think that's goofy. Like,
why take a turn?
And if you understand anything about wrestling, you could see like that was on Britt. Now I'm not saying fuck Britt Baker, she's the shits. I know Hairline's gonna go hard, but my whole thing is just like, I don't even hate on Britt either, but she's losing her aura and she doesn't. She's just not as over, and her gimmick's getting fucking old, and they don't do anything interesting with her. And she said on AEW All Access, "I'm just gonna take the back seat and let the other women get on the forefront of the division. I don't need to be the women's champ." Blah 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 blah. And now it's like her stock has just gone down, and like she's not even trying in the ring. Like, why you like? Lacey Evans worked better than that match. I would have had a better match. I'm just calling a spade. Like, that was bad. That was on Britt.
Yeah, dude.
And for it to be on a prime spot like that too of the card, and I just feel bad for Taya in this whole situation. And I'm not saying like, oh, Taya should be mad at Britt either. I'm not like saying shit on Britt. But you told me that Britt had said some shit on Twitter, and I had not seen this. So what did she say?
First off, so before we get into anything, I just want to say, I wrote down in my notes that Taya is probably one of the most talented, if not the most talented, women's wrestler on the AEW roster.
Facts.
So, yeah, man.
Her and Athena.
Also, time.
Yeah.
If you want to head over to your Instagram DMs, my man, I screenshotted all this.
Okay, so Dr. Britt Baker, DMD on Twitter. This was her response to a fan, I guess. So let me just go through all this Twitter. We were not going to get into Twitter nonsense today, but it looks like we are. Or X, sorry, Hairline. I know he's going to get mad at me. So at AEW tweets out, Dr. Britt Baker DMD is ready to remind everyone that TBS is the Brit show. I think it's fucking cringe that they're just stealing Cargill's shit. So at LuLaRoe_Rachel Gabriel, basically she's responding to this, and the match is just a botch fest. No fault of
right.
And Taya Valkyrie, and the fact that DMD even responded to this shows you that Britt knows in her mind that she's fucking responsible for the shit that happened. So develop a performance center for wrestlers like Britt Baker so they improve their craft. She was horrible last night, and she wants to face the Queen Charlotte Flair one day. Please, LOL. And then at Real Britt Baker says, sorry, sis, I couldn't hear you over those DMD chants, but bullying looks just about as good on you as that heinous yellow dress, roasting her yellow dress in her profile pic. Wow. So someone tweeted out at BKN2NYY, Constructive criticism isn't bullying. Attacking someone based off of their looks is bullying. The only bully in this thread is you, responding to Britt. AEW neckbeards. It seems you did your share of bullying of Thunder Rosa, but I'll look the other way because I'm an AEW cult member.
For real.
Yeah. Yes. Defending bullying with more bullying, very classy. Certainly a much better option than just ignoring her comment. The only thing heinous was your match last night. Yeah. So she just got roasted. I mean, yeah, for her to I mean, oh, she's playing the heel gimmick. I guess you could make that argument, but also, she because of how badly she botched, I would just take the L and pipe down on that one personally, if it were me.
Yeah, but
Um,
like the lions don't fucking pay attention to the fucking sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Right before we skip over this, Hairline was saying off pod, he's like, "Yeah, the butcher." When I brought up Rampage, he just goes, "The butcher." So go ahead, Hairline, walk us through this. A lot of people shitting on the
Well,
butcher
okay.
now.
So is it that Cody Rhodes document, that Cody Rhodes interview that you told me about,
Chris Van Vliet.
where he said, correct. All right, tell the listeners what he said in a nutshell.
He just said, "Listen, man, you can't do this once a week. You can't do this once a month or twice a month and expect to be good. You have to do this time and time again. You have to do this multiple times a week. And as we saw with the Britt Baker Taya Valkyrie match, it was Botch City, and that's, Britt Baker's declining, and she's supposed to be one of the top females in the world, and the Charlotte Flair of AEW type shit is how people put her, and she's regressed because she does this shit once every few months. And yeah, Cody
But
Rhodes
no,
just basically
she,
said, you need to
but
be
she,
doing live events.
Brit sells a lot of merch though, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, okay, but it's basically that is the butcher is the definition of not wrestling enough. You know what I'm saying? The guy's in a fucking he plays bass in a fucking metal band. You know what I'm saying? So he should know that you gotta practice your songs several times a week. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Yeah.
why can't he take that same fucking mind state, you know what I'm saying, that same fucking discipline and apply it to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Fucking I don't
Because
know,
I
bro.
don't
That
know, dude.
he doesn't even know how to hit the fucking ropes, bro.
AEW is just
And they
like party time, excellent Wayne's World.
yeah, no
It's just
shit.
like no care, fucking
How
kids.
dare you? Oh no, hold on. How dare you compare Wayne's World to this
Okay,
fucking trash?
you
First
know what
off.
I meant, though. You know what I meant. Not in terms of quality, but okay, yeah, dude. So whatever. It was a fucking botchy. Just, like, explain what the fuck happened. Like, what the actual elimination was. Just
I took
explain like what he tried to do or whatever.
they tried to like fucking Brian Cage and fucking Big Bill tried to whip him through the fucking ropes, bro, but he doesn't understand the concept.
Yeah, it was bad.
God.